All right, we are here in Stormworks and we are announcing a new challenge. This one is with Pangu as well.
Yup.
The point of this build challenge is to create some ground vehicles to go with the 767-300 that we have been working on for months now.
Indeed.
Yeah, so we've got a frame over here. We're very slowed down right now, or at least I am. So this is what you will actually get. You have to download the workshop vehicle that is going to be linked in the rules, and this is what you will get with it. This is the very rough size of the 767 fuselage without the wings. You've got things like your fuel and anything that you would really need to hook up to any ground vehicles. We'll just go through. Oh my god, I'm glitching around a bit. So we've got over here is the tug. So any green microcontrollers are what you will need to put on your vehicle if you want it to work with our plane, which it will have to do. So if you have any external power cars, tugs. What else do we have?
Air starter.
Yeah, air starters. We've got cargo. We've got main passengers, so you can do like stair cars. You can do refueling, so we've got refueling over here. So we've got all the really basic stuff that you'll need to make it work with our aircraft. The reason we have specific microcontrollers, which you'll find are all the green, so this is the GPU, is because instead of just giving the aircraft power from a generator or something like that, we'll actually take in a code, and whenever the aircraft reads that it's getting that code and it's correct, it will just turn on an infinite generator pretty much. That's a very simple way of putting it.
Indeed. And one thing to keep in mind if you're doing a stair car, each of these doors is at a different height because the aircraft, if you look at the actual plane, it doesn't sit level. The nose is slightly lower. So
which ours
it
is
has
as
to
well.
It has to be adjustable so it fits all the doors if you're
Yes.
going to do doors.
Yep.
Same with the cargo.
And this is the same kind of setup with the external bleed. You've just got a code and it will automatically feed bleed to the system. The tug, we do have tug controls, so you will actually be able to control the wheels and their variable brake. We've also got the cargo doors here. These do come with some connectors here, so you can feel free to use those.
We don't have a release button for that in the plane, so you'll need
No.
to have a release button.
Yeah,
if you're
that
going
will
to
be,
make
I
use
think
of
these are
those.
just the other part. So I think the release will be on the actual hard point on your side. We've also got things
that
like
might be
potable
true.
water, so you can actually fill this thing with water and get rid of all the wastewater in here, and it will start to build up. So lots of fun stuff. We hope to have versions or a version of this out on the workshop by the time this challenge is done. I think we chose February 28th for a date of this, so it's a little bit of a longer challenge just to give ourselves time.
Yeah.
And every single build, this is a normal build challenge. We're hosting it on Pangu's server as well, so go join his. But
Indeed. One thing that we would love to see is like some sort of simulation on your vehicles as well. Don't just have like a single switch for bleed or ground power. Have some sort of generator or whatever, just so it's fun to use.
This thing is very complicated, and we've gone for very realistic in every aspect possible.
Yes.
And every single build that is submitted will be added to a collection, which will go along with our aircraft, which is why we need things to work with it. And we love the higher detailed builds that really just accompany it well. But yeah, obviously we can only ask for that up to a certain limit because that's not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, it's also a very heavy aircraft, so we've got a big pink weight on that. That is about 20,000 kilograms heavier than the actual plane, which might be a little bit less because we've still got stuff to add that doesn't include the fuel tank and our center of gravity rocket, which we have at the very front. But that is a close, so it would be good if you can get it to pull something heavier, but that should work either way.
And I do believe we have brakes and stuff through tug
Yep.
control, so you don't have to worry about doing all of that through your own vehicle.
Yeah, so all the green things pretty much you'll want if you're doing a tug. If you're doing a tug, you only need this one. If you're doing an external car, you can do it here. Or no, this is external bleed. And then we've got our GPU here. And then we've got refueling. You can have water, what am I trying to say? Water trucks and all that fun stuff.
Refueling.
Yeah.
And don't just limit yourself to stuff that we've added here. Do like follow me cars, whatever you guys really want to do that is an aircraft ground handling vehicle.
I mean, hell, you can even do limos and things like that to pick people up. I think we're going to do a private version of this plane as well.
Yes.
So a lot of possibilities. We're also planning on doing firefighting and everything like that. So a lot of versions that we're hoping to do. We're also not just going to release this build. So you're only getting the frame over there. That frame can be spawned in at any of the boat places that are that big size. None of the aircraft hangars or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have to test with an add-on.
And we're not making any promises that there will be a version of this plane out, but whenever there is, it will be all added into a collection to go along with it. So we can hopefully get a whole bunch of stuff.
As long as you follow the rules.
Yes, if you follow the rules and you submit it, it will be in the collection. We're also going to do the video on it.
Yes.
It's a whole lot of fun stuff. But this definitely is a little bit of a longer challenge. It's a little bit shorter with smaller builds, rather. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think that's it.